All right, now. So what do we do? When we see this, this is all you got to do, guys. You see the 4 and 2, you're always going to start from the top now. You're going to say 4 divided by 2. So what is 4 divided by 2? 2. You write 2. And you see the 10, because they have the same base. You see this? Guess what you do with this 10? You're going to say 10, then you're going to say 4 minus 2. And this is 2 times 10 to what? What's 4 minus 2?
Second power.
Second power. And before you say you're done, check to see, is this a scientific notation?
Yeah.
Why? Why did you say yes, it's a scientific notation?
The number,
The
number
nu-
between 1 and 10.
10, exactly. Good. So you're done. Let's go to the next one. Go to the next one. The next one, same principle. 4.05 divided by 1.5.
2.7.
2.7 times, and be careful now. When you setting up this one, you're gonna say 0. Remember from top down, it's 0 minus negative 6. Do you see the bottom already came with negative, right? Did you see the bottom came with negative? I'm talking about this one. Came with negative, right? So you're gonna say what? 0 minus negative 6. And this is 2.7. 10 to the power of what? Let's go slowly. This is going to be 0.6, right? Goggles, right? Remember goggles, right?
Yeah, but
And this is 2.7 times 10 to the power of what? 6. Is this a scientific notation?
Yes.
And now you are what? Done. Let's go to the next one. You know the drill. Let's go.
why can't you do all this
0.78.
calculator?
0. What?
0.78.
78. 10 to the power of 3 minus 9. Let's slowly. 0.78. 10 to the power of what?
Square. That's the cube.
Negative 6.
Negative 6.
Negative 6. 3 minus 9 is what? Negative 6. Now, this is when it gets a little bit challenging. Look at this. Is this a scientific notation? Is this a scientific notation? No, it's not a scientific notation. So we have to fix this to be what? A scientific what? Notation. I'm going to show you the long way and the fast way first. So now, since it's not a scientific notation, now, Jameer, we're going to focus our energy on this one first. How can I rewrite 0.78 in a scientific notation? Decimal. A little bit more confidence. I'm louder.
Move the decimal
Where do I move the decimal point?
between 7 and
In between 7 and 8. And how many times did I move it?
once.
So this is now 7.8 times 10 to what power?
Negative 7.
-1. Focus your energy. Remember, you move it one time. Did you remember scientific notation? Just focus your energy on this one. Is this. Did you see that? Jamia, did I lose you? No. Good. Done. And guess what you do? You bring this down.
So you
Now, you put those exponents together. Now, this is 7.8 times 10 to, but now, because you're multiplying, you add the exponents. When you divide, you subtract exponent. Keep that in mind. When you divide, you subtract. When you multiply, you what? Add. See, division looks like subtraction. Multiplication looks like what? Addition. So now this now becomes -1 plus -6. Now this is 7.8 times 10 to the power of what? -7. Now, this is a long process. I want everyone to pay attention. Look at this. Long process. Pay attention. Pay attention. We gonna skip this step. We're gonna skip this step. We're gonna skip that step. Pay attention. So I'm gonna clean out this step. Ask yourself, is this a scientific notation?
Yeah.
Is this a scientific notation? This one?
Oh, no.
No.
No. So guess what you do? You're gonna make it to be a scientific notation. You're gonna say 7.8. And guess what? Because this is 0 point something, I'm gonna say -1. The moment you see 0 point something, I'm gonna say what? -1. Where does the 1 came from? You move the decimal point one time. Am I making sense here? We're gonna do more practice. And this will give you 7.8 is equals to what? Times 10 to the power of -7. So now I'm gonna do more. Let's say you end up with something like this: 0.095 times 10 to the power of 7. And we need to fix this to a scientific notation. Jameer, I'm gonna say what? 9.5 times 10 to the power of 7. How many times did we move the decimal point? 2. So guess what? I'm gonna say what? -2. I'm gonna say what? -2. Remember when we're changing something, when it's 0 point something, the exponent is what? Negative. So I'll say -2 and 9.5. I'm gonna take your question soon. 10 to the power of what? 5. Let's do another one. 0.36. You're doing something, you end up with -7. Is this a scientific notation? So what do? You make it a scientific notation. So Jameer, tell me what to do.
You move the decimal.
How many times?
1.
So it becomes 3.6 times 10 to the power of -7. Do you say just minus what?
-1.
-1. And this is 3.6 times 10 to the power of what?
6.
-8. Thank you. Now, so what is 2 divided by 5?
2. This one doesn't work like that.
0.4.
0.4 10 to the power of 47 minus -24. So this is 0.4 times 10 to the power of 47 plus
24. That's part of the goggles.
So 0.4 times 10, what is that? So what is 47 plus 24?
71.
71. Now, is this a scientific notation?
No.
No. Adrian, how do we fix this to scientific notation? Mariah, can you help us fix it to a scientific notation?
Move the decimal to the other side.
To the other side, right? So it becomes 4, right? 4 times 10 to the power of 71. Is it going to be plus or minus?
+1. No, -1.
Why did you say -1? Why did you say -1? Because it's 0 point something, right? So minus for 0 point something. Remember, it's going to be -1. Got it? Question. So now this is 4 times 10 to the power of what?
70.
70. Got it? Got it?